masquerading corporatocracy of jack tax and hypocrisy. 40% of my growth should be disgusting enough. You're fucking it up. What's the point? They're popping up everywhere. Look, motherfucker, now don't you stare. Big Brother's got his eyes on you, creating more tax revenue.
What up? All right, this is the player meeting for the summer singles. That way we don't have to waste a bunch of time during the event Saturday. So let me look at my list. Check-in is 8:30 to 9:30. Just come in, come to the tent. You'll get your player pack items, which consist of a sticker stool, whatever you guys chose. These dope, super dope, rainbow anodized glimmery goodness. The discs is this stamp, ramp. This one's custom dyed. We'll give it away for a CTP or something. I believe this is a gold line burst evader. That's the stamp. There's a hidden code in binary message around the ring. Figure that out. You're also going to get a hat, custom stitched up hat, koozies, and the disc, and what else? I think that's probably about it. I know we spent more than we should have on this event. The CTP and Ace Pot thing, I think there were 60 people that joined into it. $2 of it goes to the Ace Pot, $3 of it goes to the CTPs. We're going to bracket it off to like the top 3 divisions. We'll battle for those CTPs, and then the bottom 3 divisions will battle for those CTPs. Looks like, let me see here, there's 14 people in gold, blue, and white. We're going to battle for that. There's 29 people in red. You guys will battle for those, and then 33 people in green and purple. So you guys will battle for those. So I guess it's split 3 ways. The Ace Pot is at 120 bucks. If nobody hits an ace, we will do a big throw-off. We'll either set up a basket on the football field, and we'll all rip and go. The top 10 closest people will then rethrow again, and the 3 closest people that make it to the basket will get 40 bucks each. That way, you know, you can kind of help pay for the tournament, and not one person wins 120 bucks. You know, I don't know. We're just trying to hook people up. The raffle, we've got 2 of the dynamic disc dunk games, 4 stainless steel water bottles, and I think some discs, maybe some extreme game gift cards. There are extra tournament discs for sale. There's the Evaders. There's also Glimmer Rivers and Lucid Ice EMAC Judges, and they are like sparkly too. They're orange and sparkly. They're pretty cool looking. We also have some other floppy disk stuff. I'm trying to get some socks made with the Louis Vuitton Swap Meet floppy logo in the back there. We should hopefully have those socks there. And what else? Yeah, everything will be through the PDGA website as far as scoring goes. At the check-in table, it'll have the username and password to get into it and all that other stuff. What else? We are going to switch some stuff up with the course. So here's the course layout. Hole 1 is the same. Hole 2, up in the top corner, you see that little red arrow that's going to the left. We're going to block off hole 2's basket and set up another one up on that little mound by the bridge. So that way it's kind of like a big hyzer spike into it, or you can pipe it right up the middle and kind of flare over, just to tweak it a little bit. Then once you finish hole 2, you'll then walk down the bridge to hole 3. 5 is the same. 6 has some sand, OB, hazard kind of stuff in there. We're not really doing any OB, but if there is, it's going to be a hazard, and you'll just take a stroke and you will play from where it lies. So on hole 6, there is a little sand patch, a little sand trap, and there's some rope inside the sand trap that marks off whether or not you are hazarded. If it's completely over the line, then it's a hazard. You throw from in the sand and you take a stroke. If it's touching the line, you're safe. You know, just flip the disc and play it where it lies. Hole 7 is a big one. Hole 8 and 9 are pretty normal. Hole 10 is the same. 11 and, all right, see where 11, 16, and 12 are? That's kind of like the biggest cluster of where people are. So just keep an eye out for people throwing or overthrowing or whatever. So just be cautious that that is kind of a danger zone. Hole 12 is the little shorty up on top of the pole, little ace run guy. Be careful in there because there's a lot of stumps sticking out of the ground, little like 3-inch guys. A lot of tripping hazards in there. We're going to try to go and paint those out. Just mark them with like orange or pink paint so you know not to trip there. Hole 13, we're putting in a Mando. So that one is kind of straightforward. I want to say it's like 220 or something. There's a little like mound right in front of you. You're going to have to be Mando to the left of the far right tree. So that big hyzer spike shot is gone. You have to pipe it down the middle. Yeah, that's for 13. 14 is normal. 15 is normal. 16 is normal. 17. That pathway that goes the whole length of the hole, everything to the left of that pathway is going to be considered hazard and you'll be stroked. If you are on the pathway or over to the other side of the grass, it's hazard. You play it from where it lies and you take a stroke and throw. If you're touching the path, you're safe. If you're completely on the path, you're, uh, you know, you're hazarded. 18, be careful, right about in the middle, about 200 feet in, maybe 250. There is a little swamp dealy there. So just for the players that don't have the big arm to get over that thing, just play it safe. Don't lose a disc in there because it is pretty nasty, although a lot of you will have retriever sticks, so it'll be nice if you do. And then we added a hole for 19. Once you finish 18, you'll go walking through that path right by the bucket. You can kind of see it there in the little forestry. Follow that down. We'll have flags for where you'll be throwing from, and it is kind of a tight, wooded, tricky kind of S shot. The basket is where that red X is. I believe we're going to mark that as a 4. So just, yeah, proceed with caution playing through there. It is kind of a little nasty if you get kicked off into some of the rough, but you know, we wanted to make it a little harder. All these holes are pretty open. There's nothing really wooded, so adding this hole should hopefully help make it a little more fun. And then once you finish 19, you pretty much spit out over by where hole 2's pad is. So in order to not interfere with people playing on 2 and 1, you'll then cut immediately to the right and walk behind that little pond towards the practice basket to make your way to hole 1. And I think that's pretty much it. Just pay attention to the CTPs. I think we're going to try to color code them so that way you guys know, like, you know, these 3 groups are pink flags, these groups are red flags, these guys are orange flags. We'll announce all that stuff once we get going at the little quick meeting there. What else? Yeah, once we get finished, we'll do the awards. We'll give out pins. Everybody gets trophy pins if you place. I'm also going to try to work on these. These will be little trophies on floppy disks. Pretty cool. Extreme Games is like 2 minutes away from the course. They're open till 4 o'clock. So if anybody has any gift cards from the last tournaments or anything, go stop in Extreme Games on your way out. We should hopefully be finished by 1:30. They're open till 4 o'clock. If you have a tag from us, you get a couple bucks off every disc you buy for the entire year. So it might be worth grabbing a tag from us at check-in so you can use it. We do have some other events going on as well. We've got the Trilogy Challenge, where it's 3 discs. I believe it's a Judd, no, it's an Agent, a Tursus, and a Saint. You get those 3 discs, a towel, and a mini for 35 bucks. You're only allowed to use those 3 discs. We left 10 spots open for club members. Uh, Hopefully, like the higher upper pool club players, so that way we can all be split up on a different card and play with other people that aren't too familiar with everything. So that way they have somebody that knows what's going on to explain and teach them how to do stuff, how to putt, how to throw, how to flip your disc and stand behind it, the rules and things like that. And then there's 10 general spots as well. So if somebody wants to just get in and have fun, you can get in on the general spots. There's 20 spots open for kids 18 and under. If those don't fill up as well as I thought, then we'll open it up to more general spots and see what happens. That is August 7th, Sunday, 10 o'clock, I believe. It's like the day before we all leave for Ledgestone, or a handful of us are going to Ledgestone. Then we also have a putters only tournament at Fairfield, August 27th. You can bring as many putters as you want, as long as it's a 1, 2, or 3 speed putter. You can't bring a zone, it's a 4 speed. You can't bring a harp, that's a 4 speed. If there's any MVP discs that are 3.5 speed, it's not allowed. It's got to be a 1, 2, or 3. Bring 10 AVRs if you want. All I'm doing is rolling with a Berg. Just Bargs, baby. We're gonna do that. I don't remember. I think it's $25, and I don't remember what the player pack's gonna be. It's still a ways away, and we'll get that all figured out. We got leagues Wednesdays, 5:30, typically at Warren. We do switch it up and go to Antioch once in a while. We go to Fairfield. This week for leagues, we're going to run this layout for the tournament this Wednesday. So we're going to bring a couple baskets up. We're going to play hole 19. We're going to play the new 2, and then play the same rules with or hazards and all that other stuff. So I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully, that all makes sense. We can save some time during the event, and we'll get going. So thanks, guys, and see you Saturday.